Shalom, shalom, Israel. All praise to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. All praises to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Shalom, shalom.
Set in the heavens before or the earth. Or the cutoff point that the Lord set in the heavens, before the foundation of the heavens, or the earth. There is a cutoff point where He's gonna stop talking through us, and He's gonna get busy. Them to come through the worst time in history, Jacob's trouble. Some things gotta happen. Set in the heavens, before set in the heavens, or the earth. Or the cutoff point that the Lord set in the heavens, before the foundation of the heavens, or the earth. There is a cutoff point where He's going to stop talking through us. Where He's going to stop. He's going to get busy. He's going to get busy to come through the worst time in history. To come through the worst Jacob's trouble. Some things gotta happen for them to move that way. They know what time it is, man. They moving and we moving. They ain't stopping. We ain't gonna stop. They ain't gonna still gonna win at the end. It ain't gonna be them. It ain't gonna be them.
What it say? To the seals and the power. It say seals and they go seals and the power. So the wind don't touch the earth. So once those earth seals, then the Lord gonna let that wind touch the earth.
And that's when we done talking. That's when we done talking. So don't be like, So don't be like, we can't go on the highways and byways no more. We can't go on the highways and byways no more. That is a sign. You should clap. That's called prophecy. Don't skip the prophecy now. Don't we ain't supposed to talk. You want to talk forever? I don't. You want to talk forever? Come on now. Rule. Come on now. That was the crown.
Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, all glory and honor to Yahweh by Shem Yahushai by Shem Kakadash. Yahweh is the Most High God, and Yahushai is who the world ignorantly calls Jesus the Christ. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who rule the world through the Spirit, teaching His word and believing His word to the best of their ability. Lord, will the Most High continue to put it on their hearts to endure, and a mighty shalom to the hopeful elect that scatter four corners of the earth, teaching His word and believing His word to the best of their ability. Lord, will the Most High continue to put on your spirit to endure. Shalom to the wives and the single sisters that's believing His word. Lord willing, the Most High continue to put in your spirit to pursue to be a loving and silent, virtuous wife. And Lord willing, the Most High have mercy on the other brothers and sisters that's not in the faith. You see the title of this lesson, Freedom of Speech is Under Attack. I kept seeing multiple brothers get into a video while I was over here doing reading, and it was just hitting me. And I go on End Time Headlines, this website, this app, and the first thing that pop up is what you see on the screen. And we're going to read it and bring out a few precepts, because this is part of prophecy. I don't have to go too crazy, but there's other things I do want to say. Now that we see this is a warning, especially for the men and women. This is the time you should sink in as much as you can, hearing the word of the Most High and reading. I would really say more hearing the word, because then you'll be able to hear brothers really break down this truth instead of you fighting the fence and you trying to break it down yourself. But like you see in the screen, this is from End Time Headlines. It says, free speech is under attack and they will never be satisfied until it's completely eradicated. Salaki. The opinion, the freedom to say whatever we want is one of the most fundamental rights in a free society. I think that's the Third Amendment. If we are not free to speak up, it is just a matter of time before all of our other rights are taken away as well. So I should deeply alarm all of us that free speech is under attack like never before. Much of the population have become convinced that hate speech is a special class of speech that does not deserve protection. Just like how the elder and apostles and the men with the same understanding keep saying, it's really because of the men of the Lord. In all history, the men of the Lord was the mouthpiece of Yahweh. We always caused some type of havoc just by teaching the words of the Lord. It's just how the system works. But if you don't have that spiritual eye, you won't be able to see and understand this is all the Lord's work. This is Jeremiah 28, verse 8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence. This is not the only time a famine of the word been in the midst of Israel. We had multiple occasions where the lack of wisdom, the lack of understanding was pushed. Look at the Pharisees. They were pushing, they were lacking in the ministry because they didn't believe in Yahushua. So they most likely was teaching Yu-Gi-Oh! But everything is ordered by the Lord. So first I want to start with some wisdom. Because in order to want wisdom, you have to desire it. But the Lord has to be moving you. Wisdom is Yahushua in the spirit. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 6, verse 9 to 12. It says, Unto you, therefore, O kings, do I speak, that ye may learn. Unto you, therefore, O kings, do I speak, that ye may learn wisdom and not fall away. And not human wisdom, but wisdom of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai that you should devour. For they that keep holiness holily shall be judged holy. And they that have learned such things shall find what to answer. Wherefore set your affection upon my words. Desire them, and ye shall be instructed. We have to desire the words of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, because Yahweh is plainly that he comes in the whole volume of the Bible. So you should work on trying to master you by reading through this whole Bible. This is our spiritual weapon. While you picking up physical weapons, we over here is picking up spiritual weapons. At the end of the day, this is supposed to put the fear of God upon you to know these prophecies is real, which we're going to get to in Amos, right? The 8th chapter. So let's finish this. Verse 12, it says, Wisdom is glorious and never fadeth away. Yeah, she is easily seen of them that love her and found of such as seek her. You got to understand Hebrews 11:6. Without faith, it's impossible to please him. But the Lord is going to reward them that diligently seek him. We have to admit that we were blind. We have to admit that we are sinners. We have to admit we are nothing without him. You need money. We need the kingdom. I want a mansion. I want to get in a chariot. We are not thinking the same. As a so-called Israelite, we should be singing the same song. We all should be saying we want our kingdom. We want our rest. We want our peace. Right? We want our power to come back to us where he's really dealing with us. He's only dealing with his elect, through the spirit. And Lord willing, we can continue that while we living in this cocoon flesh. Right? She preventeth them that desire her. Basically, she's quick to those that desire her and make herself first known unto them. Whoso seeketh her early, like the early bird get the first worm, have no travail, for he shall find her sitting at his door. Right? And who is the door? Hamashiach Yahushai. That's why you have to love this wisdom. You have to desire it. Because desire and wisdom get you to the kingdom. And wherever your heart is, that's where your treasure is at. Matthew, I think that's Matthew, the 6th chapter. Dropping down to verse 25, which saying the same thing verse 11 said, it says, Receive therefore instruction through my words, and it shall do you good. Because what did it say in Psalms chapter 1? We shouldn't be getting counsel of the ungodly. But me and you should be planted like a tree near that flowing water, which is this ministry, this walk of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Be dedicated. If you are a seed of the Most High, like a mustard seed, which can grow into a big tree, or you want to be a Kevin Hart, a movable plant, right? So let's go to Proverbs. Proverbs chapter 8, verse 17. This is Proverbs chapter 8, verse 17. I love them that love me, and those that seek me early shall find me. And if we double down on this, you go to Proverbs, the 8th chapter, going close to like verse 22 to 35, that's talking about Yahushua. You know, you got to have that deep mind to understand the mysteries, you know, because in order to know of Yahushua, you have to see him before he comes, which is in the Old Testament. Yahushua comes in the power of the Lord and the wisdom of the Lord. So all this wisdom and knowledge is of Yahushua. If you are speaking this word, you are speaking of Yahushua because he is the word. You can't push this word without pushing Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, without pushing Hamashiach Yahushua, right? Let's go to Psalms 34. And we're going to read verse 17 to 22. And this goes into the cries of the righteous are heard. And who's crying? You know, we crying to our people, Isaiah 58:1, 2nd Ezra chapter 1, verse 5. We first is teaching Israel, and of course, we crying out against this wicked place, telling the judgment of the nations, right? So Psalms chapter 34, verse 17 to 22. The righteous cry, and Yahweh heareth, and delivereth them out of all their troubles. Yahweh is nigh unto them that are of a broken heart, and saveth such as be of a contrite spirit. Many are the affliction of the righteous, but Yahweh delivereth him out of them all. He keepeth all his bones, not one of them is broken. Evil shall slay the wicked, and they that hate the righteous shall be desolate. Yahweh redeemeth the soul of his servants, and none of them that trust in him shall be desolate. When you go to Wisdom of Solomon, the 3rd chapter, I believe verse 10, it says, they that trust in him shall understand the truth. We're going to understand Yahushua because St. John 14:6. He is the way, he is truth, he's the way, and he is life. You know, everything in this thing is all coming back to Yahushua. You know, it starts with Yahweh, then Yahushua, going through the Ruach HaKodesh, the Holy Spirit, man. You know, all praise to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. He still has his prophets in the earth. That's the only way why this world is being turned upside down. Is because what I read in Jeremiah 28:8. It won't make sense. If the prophet's not here, then why would the men of the Lord be doing the same thing as their father? You know, because the Lord says that he been speaking to this world, but he been speaking through his prophets since the world began. It don't say in scriptures he stopped, but it's sometimes where we didn't see the prophets or didn't know, but we seen a whole bunch of false prophets, which we can go to. It's a verse in I think Micah, but that goes into like false prophets. But I think it's the 3rd chapter. But let's go to Amos, the 8th chapter, because that's the whole point of this whole lesson. You know, it's the whole point. So this is Amos chapter 8, verse 11 to 12. It says, behold, the days come, saith Yahweh power, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of Yahweh. It said land, not lands. The major point, the major prophecy is Babylon being destroyed. So the word is being fully manifested in this place, in mystery Babylon. This is where the word is mostly manifest. This is where the men of the this is where those elected will be collected from, you know. So not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the word of God. But it's going to be a famine throughout the whole earth. But the whole point is the land, which is Babylon, because the men of the Lord is speaking against this place. Yes, we're speaking of the powers that be, because most of the elites don't live in the place. You know what they say? They say, don't shit where you, I forgot what it was when brothers was drug dealer. You don't want to You don't want to keep your drugs in the same house you sleeping and your kids is out. That's like being an idiot. So the elite is not staying where they shitting at. Excuse my language, right? And it makes total sense because they know that this place is going to shit. And if you hearing a whole bunch of allies leaving this place and this, the elite is doing that. They calling for a retreat. If they rule the earth and they know what's going on, they're calling for a retreat because they know what the hell is going on, right? But of course, they think in their mind when you go to Wisdom of Solomon, the second chapter, the wicked think everybody vanished. Just like what the Lord did to Egyptians, the Lord can make Esau know that, you know, he is the wicked and the Israelites. And then 1 minute, the Lord can make them forget what they're doing. Just like in Wisdom of Solomon, 19th chapter, they let Israel go. But the Lord put it in their mind. They're like, yo, they running away, you know? So it's really the Lord, because it goes back into the Lord giving you a strong delusion. He'll make you believe a lie. He can make you believe in, what's that thing? When people in the desert, they start seeing, I forgot what they be seeing illusions, right? Verse 12, it says, they shall wander from sea to sea and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of Yahweh and shall not find it. So just imagine America, I mean, 4 corners of the earth, but just America, how everybody is going to be trying to go to every city to go look for this word. And then that's when it's going to come into effect where we won't even be able to leave our cities, you know? And if the Lord didn't put it in your notion to go, you might just be saved from your city. And it, when you look at it, it makes sense. Especially when you bugged out and angry and you don't know what to do, and especially if you ain't calling the Lord, you go into a city, you don't even know your left from your right, and you don't know nobody except for probably the people around you. But if you in your city, you'll know certain places where to hide. But through the Spirit, the Lord got you, you know? Just like when 1 million Israelites flee from Roman persecution, the Lord moved them to go. Just like with Joseph and Mary, the angel called for them to go to Egypt. You know, you never know. The Lord might call you either to stay in your house or go somewhere. You never know, you know, but this is why you want to be prepared, because if freedom of speech happens, it's crack down time. So work on your faith, because you don't want to be a person to run to and fro looking for the word. You should want to say, you know, I know, and I'm going to hold on to it. I'm a believer. Right? Let's go to 1 Samuel. 1 Samuel chapter 3, verse 1, which is a very good history book. The start of Israel getting kings. You know, this is 1 Samuel, the 3rd chapter, and I believe we start at verse 3. It says, and the child Samuel ministered unto Yahweh before Eli, and the word of Yahweh was precious in those days. There was no open visions, right? Because even like if I was to be player with you guys, and like say if I go to the NLT, and we'll see if they worded something different. It says, meanwhile, the boy Samuel served Yahweh by assisting Eli. Now in those days, messages from Yahweh were very rare. Visions were quite uncommon. So it's going to be a time where it's going to be uncommon not to see the men of the Lord on the highways and byways. Now you might see some ignorant, like some Jake that's like, man, I don't care, man, we about to give out this word until the Lord really give us the notion we need to not teach anymore. But you get the notion when you see this, when you see signs like this, and then it's mandatory, no more freedom of speech. That's your sign just to get the hell off the corner. You know, now the elect is going to recuperate, like what we did with COVID. We sat down. The elect is going to go hard because this prophecy is going to hit so many people's mind. But if you going out to the highways and byways and it just said that they be going to the east, the south, and the north and won't find it, if you on the highways and byways, you taken away from the prophecy. You know, they got to be scavenging like roaches looking for this word. But it's going to be on their own damnation because they didn't take it serious when the men of the Lord was out here. You know, the Lord is very precise in what he do. You know, and that make total sense. Makes total sense. When they was bringing out that C hippie, you know, they made it mandatory. A lot of us said, man, this is testing. This is just a test. You know, we didn't take it. You know, this is 2 Chronicles chapter 15, verse 3. Now for a long season, Israel have been without the true power and without a teaching priest and without the law. But when they in trouble, did turn unto Yahweh God of Israel and sought him, and he was found of them. Right? But look, trouble's gonna come, and we gonna look for the Lord, especially the ones that didn't even seek him now. You ain't gonna be able to find him. The ones that have been looking for him while we have the chance, sharpening their sword. That's why it's good to have the brotherhood, because you get to sharpen your sword, get better, get corrected with teaching and how to do this. Oh, align this up. You get to see a brother reading more and understanding more, that it drives you to do the same thing. Read more, study more, get these precepts. So when it comes a time where we might have to sit down, all that time you've been observing, sharpening your sword with your brothers, you're going to understand these scriptures. So when he take you off the street, you're not going to be moping. You're going to be calling on the Lord, and you're going to be bringing out these scriptures to yourself and maybe to your family. You know, this computer shit, this phone, eventually is going to cut off. It might cut back on. It might work for a minute. And then they're going to start saying you might need that RFID. You might need that Charagma to turn your phone back on. Then after that, you just going to say, fuck it. For real. This right now, we are moving in full faith moment. You know, how they use the turbo burst in their car, turbo, torch. You need to use turbo button for faith. You need to grow on your faith, because niggas is going to see some shit you ain't never seen. When your job tell you laid off and you think this is an important job, how the hell you laid off? You got to be thinking, you know, if I get a new car, which Lord willing that will happen, I'm trying to have the notion now that eventually I'm going to be turning that motherfucker back, because I'm not going to be doing the finance or buying parts with a hand or a forehead. It's going to happen very soon. So we need to get a pep in our step, you know, a pep in the mother step. This is Psalms chapter 74, verse 9. It says, we see not our signs. There is no more any prophet, neither is there among us any that knoweth how long. How long? You know, when your kids like, are we there yet? How much longer? Because you, brothers and sisters, is not trying to hear the men of the Lord now, because we look like delinquents. Hey, 1 Corinthians 1:21. He created this foolish teaching for the ones that believe. We gonna look like a fool for the ones that believe. You niggas, y'all gonna look like fools when this really hit full effect and mandatory, because I hope it do. Because if you watch this video from beginning to end, Lord willing, you could just rewind it back and watch the video. When he take us off, the men of the Lord is going to be so happy, because now that prophecy, we get that all your forefathers been waiting for this moment. You know, when you read Lamentations chapter 4, verse 21 to 22, rejoice, O Edom, because their time is up. The Lord already dealt with us. He said I will put my fury on you 7 times more because of your sins. This wicked nation, especially Esau, you're going to get double. You know, when you go to Tim Hortons, let me get a double. You mother suckers is getting double. You the new niggas, man. And at the end of the day, for the Black, Latinos, and natives, if you not seeing this, yo, it's another thing. In Buffalo, it's cold as heck, but you go to Texas, it's snowing. It's supposed to be blizzard cold. So cold that you'll still see an Edomite with shorts on, but it's 60, 70 degrees. Yahweh is doing something in the midst. Even if Esau playing with the weather, it be cold in the town. And a sister at work said, I'm about to get lit. I'm about to get fly, put on, I'm about to show my skin. And this is how you know Jake don't know shit that's going on. And overseas, they got war. Death is going on at a high rate. Then you got people out of nowhere getting a diarrhea sickness. They doodling and throwing up out of nowhere. And then all of us is not getting it. And then everybody, like, you niggas do not know what's going on. And if I show you all the videos that's lined up where brothers is singing the same song, you niggas don't know, and I'm glad. 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 14 to 16. You niggas cannot smell the fragrance, and I'm happy. But make sure whoever do got the fragrance, keep spraying it on. Actually, let me spray some on right now. You got to spray that fragrance, because when you walk out your house, when you in your house, you want to be able to know the company you keeping. Because when I'm at work and I got that that clone on, I can tell who with me, but who against me, right? So let's bring out these last few precepts, and I'm going to leave you guys alone. We're going to go to Ezekiel, the 7th chapter, verse 26. This is Ezekiel chapter 7, verse 26. It says, mischief shall come upon mischief, and rumor shall be upon rumor. Then shall they seek a vision of the prophet, but the law shall perish from the priest, and the counsel from the ancient. Yo, when the Lord take this word out this street, out this kingdom, and have the men of the Lord on hush puppies, you niggas is ashed out. Ashed out. Ooh, I like that. I said ass out, but ash out. You niggas is ashed out. For real, for real. You know, like when somebody doing that promo, the first come, first serve, you get a free t-shirt or an outfit, or you get $500. You niggas Jake, yeah, I want to get fly, get dressed, and you come an hour late. Now you come to the door, you like, I'm here. Well, only thing you get is an autograph. Dang, I ain't gonna get, no, you late. And that's amazing, because the Lord is choosing his elect. Now I'm gonna get this last one. I did say that was the last one, but I want to get Samuel Wallace's favorite script, man. This is Romans 11:7. What then? Israel have not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the election have obtained it, and the rest were blinded. You other niggas is gonna look for it, but you haven't obtained it. You should have been looking for it when it was freely given to you. You know, there's no free will. Your will is to do what the Lord told you to do. If you're not doing that, if you ain't listening, if you're not reprogramming it, like, yo, why? Oh, wait, hold on. I need to go search. The Lord not dealing with you. And I mean this to the wood, to the tud, man. I can care less. And if I'm a 2/3, who can care less? It's all about the elect getting saved on this side. Strive, double up, occupy. I said that was my last one. I got to get this one too. This Baruch chapter 4, verse 28. You know, now if you really serious about this and you try to put a pep in your step because you know that this is serious, it says, for as it was your mind to go astray from the Most High, so being returned, seeking 10 times more. Read the screen again. Free speech is under attack, and they will never be satisfied until it's completely eradicated. Opinion. The freedom is to say whatever we want is one of the most fundamental rights in the free society. I think it's the Third Amendment. If we are not free to speak up, it is just a matter of time before all of our other rights are taken away as well. You go read this book, How White Folks Got So Rich. I'm sorry, y'all, but if you know the Dawes Act, George Washington and all these other affiliates made 400 treaties with the Indians, and they broke every last one. Sirach chapter 12, never trust your enemy. With a big capital F-U-C-K-E-M, mother. Last paragraph. So it should deeply alarm all of us that free speech is under attack like never before. Much of the population has become convinced that hate speech is a special class of speech that does not derive protection. This is how you know crafty Esau is. He put a whole bunch of nations together, and a lot of us be thinking this is towards everybody. But no, this is really towards the righteous spirit, you know. Sirach chapter 33, verse 14. The godly is against the righteous. If you're not fully in this walk, you're just a character playing your purpose. You might say, I'm a real Jew. You might say, I do not like the 1, 2, 3 Sesame crew. The Lord is just using you. But if you're not saying, thus saith the Lord, and saying his name, the Lord is not dealing with you on that level, especially when it comes to your prophecies. If they're not hitting T and you singing a beautiful song and it's making sense, the Lord is not dealing with you on that particular level. He could be dealing with you on a level, but he's not dealing with you on that level. You got to be solid, 10 toes down, and firm in this, and be willing to take correction and correct whatever the hell you're saying, because we have to prepare for the worst to happen. Other than that, I love y'all to the moon and never back. I am no better than you, and I don't choose to be. I don't want to be, but I want to be better than the man that you see on the screen. All praise to Yahweh, Hashem Al-Shai, Ba'ashem HaKadosh. Yahweh is the Most High God. Yahweh Shai is who the world only calls Jesus Christ. But in the ancient Paleo Hebrew, Kakwadash is the Holy Spirit. And with that, Yahweh speed. Yahweh speed.